¿Cómo estás? Bien, gracias. ¿Y tú? Sí. What if I actually just spoke Spanish that whole time and you guys had no idea that I spoke Spanish? Talking about giving value. Value to the people. Let's adjust this. Got 1% better. Got a little there we go. Little wall mount. There's a wall behind me. I don't know if you guys can see it. Clearly not, because it's right there and you're looking this way. As you know, we go live every single weekday. It doesn't really matter about my hair. There's no chicks around. All right. So, what are we talking about today? We are talking about value. Value. I was listening to, who was I listening to yesterday? And they said something that was just so profound. And, I was listening to a real estate podcast. And the person, because real estate is the next place to get disrupted. Like, it's happening. You know, I was just at Whole Foods, and there was just a ridiculous, what's going on, Chris? How we doing? There was just a ridiculous amount of anger. And the reason is that, you know, Gary's been talking about it for a year, which is convenience. People want convenience. You know, I live in New York City. Uber, Lyft, Via, they have all these car sharing companies. And oh, by the way, there's taxis. Yet you will watch taxis pass by and order a Lyft or an Uber because of three things. Number one, you know how much it's cost. Number two is you know when it's going to arrive and how long it's going to take. And number three is you know the driver. Okay? So you know the route they're going to take. So it's transparency. That's getting 1% better. That's literally disrupting your own industry. And I'm going to get to the exact point of this. So in real estate, there is, I think, $19 billion or something right around there. Some ridiculous amount of commissions paid out per year. Imagine 19 per year. This isn't like, oh, 19 billion since the beginning of time. No, per year. Okay, so of course there's a lot of companies like Google and Facebook, and you have Zillow and Trulia and Redfin and whatever other agencies are out there that are trying to tap into all this compensation. And I was thinking about it, and I'm waiting online at Whole Foods, and the reason that value is so important is because value equals convenience. Okay, value 10 years ago was price. Okay, value before that was probably the aesthetics. You know, people, the Walkman came out in the 90s, you know, headphones, the boombox, the clothing. The 90s was all about flashing your gold chain and your watch and your beautiful suit. It was all about Wall Street. You know, so value in the 90s, nobody gives a shit, you know, because if you're flashing everything, like your watch and your car, no offense, Ty Lopez, you know, that's not really giving value anymore. In the 90s, that was cool. People believed that. They're like, this guy's got some dough, okay? Because there's no way there wasn't as much transparency. Then in the early 2000s, the value was all about the price. You know, what's the best price? Amazon came on, eBay, Craigslist, all these websites were just saying, here's the best price. Now it's convenience, okay? And actually, Michael Dell, 3 years ago, predicted this. He said by 2020, the price of something the brand of convenience is going to trump, no pun intended, or supersede, whatever, you know, all the people getting triggered right now. Value and brand is going to supersede price. He said that by 2020. In other words, Dell, IBM, Google, Amazon, Facebook, you know, all these massive companies, it's going to come down to what is the brand, what is the value you're giving the customer, and it's going to come down to convenience. All right? And that's going to supersede. Perfect example is the new iPhone. I have the new iPhone. I spent $1,000 fucking dollars. I actually spent $1,500 because I broke the other one when I was fucking bike riding, and it dropped on the floor and just shattered into 19,000 pieces. Thanks, Steve Jobs. No, I'm just kidding. I should just say Cook, the current CEO. So it changes. The reason I say value is because that is what the value is not determined by you. Okay, it's determined by the marketplace. Example, yesterday I'm at a pitch, so I just got a 2-bed, 2-bath. 2-bed, 1.5 bath, and we're going to be pricing it at $1.1 million. Okay, so the value that I provided, and this is really funny. This is really funny. All right, so the first pitch, so I have two back-to-back pitches. The first pitch, I go in, And I'm giving all this value. I'm like, let's do a Facebook Live. Let's put this out to my audience. What I'm going to do is I'm going to send it to all the people that came to a similar open house. Hopefully one of them comes through, blah, blah, blah. You know, which I'm going to do. That's giving them value. There's no guarantee. I don't have a listing agreement with them. I have nothing. I'm just giving them value, okay? And then when we were wrapping up, it was I spent about an hour, 15, hour and a half with them. At the end, this is really funny. They said, we sold the place about 6 years ago, and during that listing pitch, I asked for what they've sold, who they're working with, what's their exact marketing checklist, what's their time frame, what's their expectations, give me testimonials, give me all this stuff. I didn't ask any of that from you. And in my head, it's amazing because people go with, it's the Amazon effect. And I'm going to get to the exact point of this, okay, which is income. This is the funny thing is with income and earning potential and things like that, people think it's longevity. Well, I've been in real estate for 30 years, so I deserve $150,000. No. Okay, what's the value? So I gave all this value. The owner said, you know what's funny? I didn't ask for any of your past sales. It was referred to me, the business, and what I'm getting at is I'm trying to my mindset at that time when he said that, it was a couple. When he said that, I said, you don't need that because I already proved it to you with the price that I got for your neighbor. And he goes, yeah, you're right. So the value now is what have you done and what are you going to do for me? Number one. Number two is the convenience. Okay. I came to them. I spent an hour and a half belly to belly and sold them. Next story. I go down to a pitch. This is all yesterday. I go down to another pitch. Walk in. The owner lives out on Long Island. Very wealthy guy. He's got houses all over the place. And two totally different situations. The first one that I went to, this is their only home. This is their nest egg. They need to maximize the amount of profit. The next person, he's just going, just sell the fucking place. I don't give a shit. Don't call me. Don't talk to me. Just sell the place. So I said, okay, that's awesome. And then we started talking about it. So he owns a bunch of bars and restaurants in New York City. And I started talking about Danny Meyer. Danny Meyer, he owns or started Shake Shack along with Union Square Cafe and a bunch of restaurants. The guy, blah, blah, blah. So this guy doesn't really like Danny Meyer. And he starts talking about, well, today, the young kids, you guys, and he starts going into this monologue of how the market is different. No one is going out drinking. No one's really dating anymore. All the money is in alcohol. Yeah, well, money in alcohol has always been that way because the shelf life is way longer than food. The markup is way higher than food, and all you have to do is just pour it and you're done. You don't need a cook. You could serve 20 drinks. You can't serve 20 meals by one person in the same amount of time. And this guy's going through this whole thing, like the marketplace, and things like that. It's like, you can't change it. I can't change what the real estate people are doing. Okay, it's all about the value that you're providing them, the marketplace. That person that's been in real estate for 30 years, the one that was in there in the 90s and the one that was there in the 2000s, they saw it was all about flash and glam in the 90s. In the 2000s, it was all about price. What can you get me? What can you give me? What's your marketing? Are you on a bus stop? Are you on, are you on a park bench? Today, it's about just get it done. Just get it done. Give me your transparency and just get it done. Don't talk to me, blah, blah, blah. But you had to have adjusted during those 30 years, okay? I get it all the time, and I'm going to get into the point of this. The reason I'm talking about this is because it's going to change. What the value that you're giving today is going to change, okay? So when you're earning potential is it's like LeBron or Kobe going through high school. It's like their earning potential is massive. It's nothing right now. They have no income right now because they're in high school. They can't get paid. Maybe they have sponsorships. This is when they were going to high school because I think both of them, they came out of high school and went right into the NBA. Jordan went through college, obviously won a national championship against, I think was it Patrick Ewing? No. Magic Johnson? I don't know. One of those guys. And one of you guys can correct me. So their earning potential is totally different than their current income, okay? The confidence that they have. So there's two types of value, okay? how do you become adaptable then? Notice one thing adapting to another. That is a completely different video because that is very, very hard. That's intuition. That's intuition. That's why if Steve Jobs was around, Apple would already be at $1 billion. By far. You know, this iPhone would be half the size. It would be way more clear. It's just bet on the jockey and not the horse. Okay, the horse is the company. The jockey is the one who runs it. Okay, that's why you know, people that are in VC, and if you have a track record, just like I went into this pitch yesterday, and the person said, "Listen, you sold that. That was the track record," and they believed that I'm going to be able to maximize the value on their home. Okay, because I have a track record. I didn't need to talk about all the past sales and the company that I belong to, which is total bullshit. They don't care as long as you like. My website is being hosted by, I don't even know where it is. It could be in Europe or Asia or South America. I don't give a shit as long as they host my. I don't know who the person is that runs it. You know, obviously, yes, real estate's a little bit different, but the actual name and brand is not as important anymore. Okay, that was huge in the 90s. What's the company you work for okay? So let me get back on track. All right. So there's two types of value. You have the potential value. So my earning potential value is, I put it at $1 billion. You know, first time I'm saying that. You know, the 12th of April. I'm actually going to write that down. So April 12th, 2018. And the reason I say that is because that's the first time I actually went public with it. I'm looking at the people. I'm like, I am better than Grant Cardone. You know, it's like that one guy that said, Tom Brady won what, 5 championships, and this one guy, this quarterback last year, was quoted or tweeted or something, and he goes, yeah, I can do 6. It's like, no, start on 1. But that ironically enough, him putting that public makes him need to live up to that, or he's a fraud. You know, there's a lot of people that are frauds out there. Understandable. There's a lot of imposters. There's actually an imposter. I can't believe they're actually offering this. There's an imposter class in real estate, which is insane. Okay, so your earning potential could be here. That gives you confidence. Okay, Jordan, you know, say those guys, Jordan and Kobe, their confidence came from, in the future, I'm gonna have all these scholarships, I'm gonna be an MVP, I'm gonna be making all this money once I make it to the NBA. That's the earning potential. That's the future. That's the confidence. Today, you might not be making that money, but year over year, you have to be getting better. Getting to the crux of the actual video. So yesterday, there was 3 very good and very, I guess, top agents. I guess you want to call them that. I think one was in Canada, 2 were in the States, and they're doing this podcast, and they're bouncing ideas off each other. It was actually pretty good value. Yeah, you know, as long as I get one thing out of it, and that one thing is what I'm talking to you guys. So when you say, oh, Charles, thanks for the video, I listened to 1 hour, and I'm just giving you the best 15 minutes of it, all right? So they talk about it, and they said the reason that your income hasn't gone up, this is very important. This is literally life, okay? The reason that your relationship didn't get better, your body didn't get better, or your money or anything else is, what is the value that you're actually giving the marketplace? Did the value of your, did the value you're giving to the marketplace or your relationship or your body, did that actually increase? If it didn't, you're actually going down. And it hit me, and I said, holy shit. If you are the same real estate agent as you were in the 90s, I don't give a shit that you're in it for 30 years. Are you giving the same value? Did you adapt? If you did not, you're still going to earn $100,000. I don't care that you've been in it for 30 years. What value are you giving? Are you putting out market reports? People are like, I never needed to put out market reports. I never needed to actually go Facebook Live. I never needed to write any white papers about buying and selling in real estate. Well, this is the marketplace. This is the new reality. The new reality is, if you're not offering free shipping, if you're not offering the exact same price as what it is on Amazon, you're going out of business. Hi Toys R Us, hi Circuit City, hi Best Buy, lost 10% of their market share. I was just at a recent Best Buy. You know, it's like the people that work there, they don't give a shit. They don't care. I'm like, you're going to get wiped out, okay? They offered a plug that was $25. I went on Amazon. It was $13. It was half the price, and I didn't even need to spend time, okay? What I'm saying is that Best Buy did not get 1% better. So they can't expect the same amount of profit, the same amount of revenue, the same amount of customers coming through their doors if they didn't get better. So this is the number one reason to be in personal development. Number one reason is that people like myself who are getting 1% better are looking at someone. I was at Halstead Property. You guys already know that. I wish someone, so every morning I wish people a happy birthday. And it's funny, I'm, being in real estate, you're friends with a lot of agents on Facebook, so I was wishing this person a happy birthday. Obviously, I'm not going to say her name. So I was wishing her a happy birthday, and she was the person that actually took my desk at Halstead? That would be fucking hilarious. It might have been, I forget. But if it was the person that took my desk 5 years ago, it was 5 years ago. You guys already know the story is that my manager said, listen, you're going to share a desk because this person is coming in and she's going to take your desk. She produces more than you. It's the marketplace. I understand. I didn't sit there and be like, oh my God, someone's taking my desk and I'm going to have to share a desk. I was pissed. And then you either live up to the expectations of being hired or you get the fuck out of the industry or you get fired if you're at a 9-to-5 job. You either get 1% better. That's why all these cutthroat agencies or financial firms, if the amount of profit, this is an extreme example of exactly what I'm talking about. I give you $100,000. The return that you give, I give a financial services firm $100,000. They guarantee me 7.5 or 8% return every single year. Say that goes down. Or say it's 6%, yet the economy is exactly the same as it was last year. Like 2016, 2015, 2014, they've been roughly the same. It's just an upward trajectory. If you're not giving me the same percentage, what's going on at your business? There will be a time where I take my money, I take my $100,000, and I give it to someone else, and I say they're going to perform. And then the company that I was at was, why are you leaving? Because the value that you're giving me, it's not the same. Okay, so when you say, well, I've been at my job for, I don't know, 5 years. I was at Oppenheimer Funds. Okay, I was paid, my initial salary I think was $42,000, $43,000. The next year it went to $44,000. People expect, because they're at the job, to be for longer. They expect to be compensated more. It's like, what value did you give more this year than you did last year? Why am I going to give you more money if you're exactly the same person? And you already know you can't be the same person year over year. You can't. It's impossible. If I put a plant out and I water it and it grows, that tree is either on its way to growing more, and then it reaches a point where it stops growing. The roots, if the tree kept on going and the roots can't support it, it falls over. It's the same thing with a company. It's the same thing with a person. It's the same thing with your income. The number one thing that you have to know in when someone says, you guys already saw that video where I ripped into that one person that was questioning. I got that Instagram message. So most people don't have a 40-year career. They have a 1-year career 40 times. That's really funny, actually. This is the number one rebuttal when someone says, why are you in personal development? Because my earning potential right now is nowhere near where it's going to be in the future, okay? And I'll leave you guys with this. It may not be the last thing, but I'll say it's the last thing. So say this is where you're at right now. Okay, so actually this is the best way. Here is, what are we in, 2018? Here's 2019. The reason I say that is I don't care what time it is. I'm more worried about, people are like, I can't wait for the weekend. I can't wait for my birthday. I can't wait for. Okay, that comes. Well, then I can't wait for Memorial Day. That comes. I can't wait for July 4th. What did you do between those 2 months? That's 2 months of your life. Tell that to someone that's 100. 2 months of their life is a lot. All right, so here's 2018, here's 2019. Okay, the difference between people that are not in personal development is time. That's it. I'm sorry, the people outside of personal development, it's time. Okay, the people in personal development this is where they are in 2018, and then slowly, this is it, 1% better. That's it, 1% better. So you're looking at 2019, 2018. This is where they're at. Okay. You can't see it. It's like someone that it's like you can't see yourself aging because you see yourself every single day. It's the same thing with personal development, is that if you keep on learning and you keep on adding value, more money will come. And then out of nowhere, that one big townhouse is now our exclusive, or that one big deal makes your... I'm reading the book by On Writing by... what's his name? Not Michael Crichton, not Grisham. Who's the other guy? He wrote Carrie. And he talks about it is when he sold Carrie, you have to read it. It's giving me the chills. He was in a trailer park. He had no money. He had no food. And that call came and it said, Carrie, I think that's the name of it. Yeah, Carrie sold for $200,000 in like 1970 something. And he's like, and I'm getting the chills thinking about it. Imagine being so broke. You're living in a trailer park with kids, married, not enough money for food or anything else. You have no idea how you're going to survive the next day. And then you get a call that says you have $200,000. And he's explaining that in the audiobook. And he says, tell me it again. And he goes, $200,000. And then the author goes, just spell out the numbers, please. 2 5 zeros, 0.2 zeros. And he goes, so just say that. He couldn't believe it. But you know what's funny? Someone says that and they're like, oh yeah, lucky. No, he's been working for 10 years to get to that one point. His earning potential was massive, but he was getting 1% better every single year. And this is the last thing I'm going to leave you at. 2018, 2019. Okay, this is funny. This is now going to be, this right here, which is 2019, is now here. And then here's 2020, 2020, 2021. So now you're literally looking at a massive differentiation, okay, between 2018 and 2020, all right? And then people see that, and by the way, the opposite is true. 2018, 2020, this woman who's been in it for God knows how long in real estate, who took over my desk, she has one exclusive. She has one exclusive. That's it. And I'm thinking in my mind, I'm like, if I was in the industry for 15 or 20 years and I only have, and it's a rental exclusive for $3,200, if that was me, I would be floored. I would be like, I don't know what my earning potential is, like 0. And I guarantee she's like, well, it's not like how it used to be. It's never like the person that bought horses when the Model T Ford came out. What do you think, Ford thought? Okay, well, this is more convenient. What do you think Best Buy or Toys R Us or, Walmart, what did they say when Amazon started saying free 2-day shipping? Here's the pricing. You could sell your shit on there. It's a marketplace. It's a platform. It's the same thing with you, is that if you're not getting better, don't expect any more money. If you are not adding more value, don't expect any more money. The opposite is true. If you are adding more money, if you are adding more value, if you are getting 1% better, you will expect not only the money to be coming, but you're going to see other people just weaning off. And then you're going to start rising up like this one woman. I'm looking at probably my best year by far. Like I've almost made as much money in the first 4 months as I did all of last year, because it's going to hit that hockey curve style growth in your life as long as you get 1% better. So don't have the expectations of getting money because you're getting older. Have the expectations of getting money because you're adding more value. Are you adding more value to the marketplace? Good. You expect more money. Are you adding more convenience? Good. Transparency? Good. Expect more money. Okay? We're in a totally different world. I could talk about adaptability in another video, but that's it for today. I think this in of itself is probably one of the most important. 60 million, I'll say yes. It's actually one of the things I'm adding to my affirmations. I made the unfortunate mistake of not adding it to my affirmations because I loved my affirmations. But this weekend, there's a lot of things that I'm going to be doing. Every single weekend, I do that miscellaneous bullshit that most people do during the week. Like, I'm going to change the affirmations. Like, don't do that during the week. Do that on the weekend. When people are like relaxing and whatever, I'm doing all the shit that they did during the week. On the weekend, that's when I'm getting 1% better. I'm doing the affirmations. I'm doing what I'm going to do by 40. I'm literally looking at the map, which is actually the same thing, which is right behind me, right there. Which is, well, I can't take it off the wall. Ah, fuck it. Oh, shit. All right, so there we go. We'll move it a little bit closer. So this is BPI. We'll move out of the way so it's easier. So this is BPI. There's coaching and everything else on there. And then right below it is me. What I'm going to be doing, coaching, website, things like that. So I look at that, and that's my buy 40 kind of thing. I don't know why that just came up. Hopefully, okay, good. Hopefully I didn't lose anyone there. So that's what I look at. That's my future. That's why I'm confident. That's my earning potential. My earning potential is realizing this in 8 years or 7 years, because I'm going to be 33 soon. I don't feel like it, which is great. So add more value to the marketplace, then expect money. Don't think it's the opposite. Because I've been in the industry, I expect to get paid. That's bullshit, and that's a 9-to-5 thinking. That's a fixed mindset, which is, well, I deserve an extra 75 cents an hour because I'm working at McDonald's. No, what's the value? Okay, maybe you are the shift manager. Maybe you're the building manager. Maybe you're the regional manager. Maybe you're the national manager, and then you just move up from there. All right, so have an awesome day. Leave your comments below. Like, share, subscribe, everything. This was probably one of my, I felt like one of my better videos. Hopefully you took something out of this, and I'll see you guys tomorrow based on, nice one. Thanks, Dan. Tomorrow is goals. Everyone's favorite. Talk to you guys soon. Enjoy your Thursday.